universe presents us with a huge range of theories, concepts, and research opportunities. Everyone views the universe differently, and whilst some believe there are more than one, some choose to not ponder the overwhelming vastness for too long, and some dive headfirst into all the latest studies and breakthroughs. We are all part of the same universe. Exploring the world beyond our homes on Earth can seem impossible to comprehend, though with every bit of research we draw a little closer to unravelling some more of the puzzle. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at these recent discoveries. The Great Attractor. On planet Earth, gravitational force is inevitable as everything that goes up comes down eventually. The Great Attractor, just as the name suggests, attracts galaxies to itself just like the way a magnet does to metal. It operates as a gravitational anomaly. The Great Attractor is a gravitational abnormality in intergalactic space and the apparent central gravitational point of the Laniakea supercluster. When observed, the Great Attractor is difficult to be envisioned, as it is inconveniently obscured by large clusters of galaxies in our Milky Way's galactic plane. A lot of astronomers have been curious if planet Earth is safe with the discovery of the existence of the Great Attractor by NASA. The Great Attractor was explored and discovered by NASA to have been located on the border of Triangulum Australe and Norma. This field covers part of the Norma cluster as well as a dense area of our own galaxy, the Milky Way. The Norma cluster is the closest massive galaxy cluster to the Milky Way and lies about 220 million light-years away. The Great Attractor was recorded by astronomers to be an enormous concentration of masses and occupies a region of space which dominates our region of the universe. One of the distinguished characteristics of the Great Attractor also is that the gravitational abnormality is observable by its effects on the motion of galaxies and their associated clusters over a region of hundreds of millions of light-years across, its visibility inconvenient to observe at optical wavelengths. A whole range of tactics need to be in place for observation, such as infrared or radio observations, but the region just behind the centre of the Milky Way, where visibility is obscured, remains yet a complete mystery to astronomers. Fragments that formed the Moon may be buried by the Earth's core. If you were asked to name the first 3 things that come to mind pertaining to the solar system, it is highly likely that you would mention the Moon as one of them. Have you ever looked out onto the night sky and wondered how the Moon even came to be a part of it? One accepted theory is that the Moon was formed as a result of a collision between a planet that was estimated to be a similar size to Mars and the original and juvenile Earth. Scientists have named that planet Theia, a name stemming from Greek mythology. So where is planet Theia today? As it turns out, Theia may be closer than you think. In fact, in a sense, you may have been living on Theia all along. That's right, chunks left behind from the impact of the predicted collision long ago may be embedded deep within Earth's core. Such a scenario suggests that Earth and Theia's cores fused into one. Scientists back this claim up by further suggesting that Theia's mantle, which is the layer between the outer crust and inner core, was perhaps denser than that of Earth's, making it more likely to survive the blow and impact of the collision, hence meaning it could have very well survived in the form of leftover chunks in Earth's core to this day. As far as where these leftover remnants of planet Theia are, it is estimated that they lie along Earth's core under modern-day West Africa and the Pacific Ocean. In both regions, the leftover chunks are estimated to measure thousands of kilometers in both length and width. Scientists had originally and still designated those areas as what they refer to as low shear velocity provinces. But with time, they have added on the theory that Theia's remnants may be along those low shear velocity provinces. The theory is not entirely solidified and is still relatively up in the air. We may very well have been living on 2 planets all this time without even knowing. NASA's Parker Solar Probe discovery. The Parker Solar Probe was launched in the year 2018. Researchers have revealed that the unexplained rogue waves and high winds means scientists are negligent of something really cogent in the standard models of the Sun. NASA's Parker Solar Probe maneuvered closer to the Sun than any previous mission, though the Sun is in the center of the solar system and its radiation has birthed the existence of Earth. It is one of the most undiscovered items in space because of its immense heat and radiation. During these two encounters, Parker traveled within 15 million miles of the Sun's surface, far exceeding the 25 million mile record first set by NASA's Helios 2 mission in 1976. Parker has also acclaimed the title of the fastest human-made object in history from Helios 2, as it surfaced near the Sun at over 153,000 miles per hour. In a jaw-dropping discovery, Parker detected new phenomena within a quarter of an astronomical unit, the distance between Earth and the Sun, of the solar surface. At that distance, the probe reported that the solar wind, which is a stream of charged particles emitted by the Sun, was rotating around the star at speeds far beyond what models had estimated. To everyone's big surprise, by the time it got to the closest approach, the solar wind was flowing between 35 and 50 kilometers per second around the Sun. That's something like 15 to 20 times faster than the standard solar models predict. So scientists are missing something really fundamental in the rigid standard models of the Sun, how it rotates and how the wind escapes, which is discovered to be really interesting. Parker was also struck by a series of extremely intense Alphen waves in the solar wind. Interplanetary missions have long observed far less energetic Alphen waves, which are waves that circulate through magnetized plasma from the Sun. But Parker is the first to brace the huge rogue waves near the star. It was reported that, every now and then, suddenly within seconds, the speed of the wind would leap up by about 300,000 miles an hour. Then, for seconds or hundreds of seconds, the spacecraft would sit there washed by this spur in the speed of the wind, and then, just as quickly, it goes away. These spurs are so forcible that they distort and twist the magnetic field as they pass through it. It gives one a sense of just how much energy is dissipated in these rogue waves as they go by compared to the regular Alphen waves that have been reported earlier. Though the mechanism behind these waves is still a mystery, the great force of them may help elucidate two of the most persistent mysteries about the Sun. Why is solar corona, or the atmosphere of the Sun, about 1,000 times hotter than its surface? And why does the solar wind suddenly accelerate to supersonic speeds at a certain distance from the Sun? Scientists suspect that a complex process dumps heat and energy into the solar corona. The newly detected rogue waves might be a portion of this dynamic. In initial analysis by scientists, they're carrying a great mass of energy, so they are very promising as an energy source. It cannot in any way be acclaimed that astronomers have solved this mystery, but some very surprising results have been made to paint the path to closing this mystery. Mystery objects. In May 2014, multiple large objects fell from space and landed in China. These mystery objects landed in the city of Qiqihar in the northeastern province of Heilongjiang. Fortunately, no one was hurt by the pieces. This province borders with Russia's Far East, so it was quickly assumed by experts to be space debris from a Russian rocket or satellite. Coincidentally, Russia had just unsuccessfully launched a satellite from the Baikonur Space Center in Kazakhstan around the same day. The communications satellite was meant to connect with their other satellites and deliver internet to the more remote Russian regions that lack fast communication methods. However, just 9 minutes after launch, the rocket's control engine failed, and it quickly burned in the upper atmosphere. It seems that not all of the rocket and satellite were destroyed though. While most of it burned, some debris fell and made its way into China. The China National Space Administration conducted an analysis on the mystery objects and concluded that they had indeed come from Russia's failed satellite. This launch failure was quite the embarrassment for the Russian government. Less than 50 years ago, they were considered leaders in the space industry. They launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik, at a time when no one was expecting it and shocked the world. Their accomplishments spurred the technological and cultural developments of the space age. They were able to do more at that time with less technology than we have now. To make it even worse for them, the satellite cost Russia €150 million to build. But what do you make of these recent discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And please help us grow this community by liking and subscribing to our channel. Thank you for watching.